Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Love Island The Game 2, X in the Villa. If you're new here, my name is Leia and welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the fam. And yeah, previously on episode 22, you guys know what it is. It's just the whole Suresh and Arlo thing and that whole mess, but towards the end, I was in the middle of a great conversation with Alfie, and here comes Dana talking about she has something important to tell us. So let's just find out what it is. Hopefully it actually is important. And yeah, Love Island The Game 2, X in the Villa, episode 23. Let's go. Alright, episode 23, Caught Red-Handed. A private moment wasn't as private as you thought. Things may have been getting pretty serious between Alfie and Jasmine before Dana stepped in. So instead of seeing any actual romance on Love Island, we get to watch people talk about it instead. Or more like how people feel about the romance that might have happened before they got interrupted by the person desperate to hear about the romance. If you're confused, don't worry, you're not the only one. Dana stares at you with wide eyes, eager for you to dish the gossip about your conversation with Alfie. So, that looked pretty intense. It really was. Go on then, spill the tea, girl. What did Alfie say? He said he's catching serious feelings for me. Shut up, that boy. Yo, it's just funny to me because, yeah. Shut up, the boy's not messing around then. Right? And how do you feel about Alfie? I'm catching feelings too. Not to be cringe, but I'm catching feelings for him too. Wow, it seems like you're all loved up then. Dana forces a smile, but it is slightly strained. Jasmine and Alfie sitting in a tree. Shh. Sorry, I don't want to ruin your cool girl reputation. You laugh together. You must be doing something right. You're driving all the boys wild at the moment. And don't think I haven't noticed Suresh being all over you like a rash. I know, he's really stepped up to flirting recently. You can say that again. It's a bit weird that he's trying to play you off against Arlo though. What's that about? Do you think he just loves the drama? Suresh is all about the drama. Suresh is absolutely loving all the drama. He's gonna get himself into some serious trouble if he keeps it up. He also loves trouble. Dana rolls her eyes. Why does that not surprise me? Do you want my opinion? Something tells me you're gonna give it to me either way. Damn right I am. I reckon Suresh thinks that you haven't hooked up with anyone seriously since him. And now you've got the chance to move forward physically, if you know what I mean. Very subtle. And now he's getting jealous, which he's got no right to. You could be right. I'm your dating guru. I'm always right. Dana takes a long victory sip of her water bottle. So, as your dating guru, I feel like it's only fair I get all the juicy deets. What happened in bed with Alfie last night? Tell Dana what happened. Even though nothing happened. Nothing happened. Really? That surprises me. But this was before all the Suresh and Arlo drama kicked off. That went from naught to a zillion rapidly. Tell me about it. That boy is a walking soap opera. Dana shuffles up and eyes you closely. Like, do you think he's done enough to be forgiven for cheating on you? What do you mean? I guess I'm asking where your head's at with Suresh. Like, are you sick of his games or are you actually enjoying all his flirting? I don't like Suresh's flirting. I don't like that Suresh is laying it on so thick. Yeah, he needs to back off. It's causing so much drama. Never a boring day in this villa. Dana lays back on the seat, lost in thought. Just had a weird thought. Go on. Well, I reckon that if you get hot and heavy with someone else, it might bring back some sexy feelings for Suresh. Why do you think that? That's what happened with me when I moved on from my ex. Or tried to anyway. The next person I got with brought it all back. Weirdly made me miss my ex despite what she did. Might just be me, but thought I'd share so you're prepared if it does bring back feelings. Do you think that could really happen? It's possible. But then again, I think you know your own mind much more than I know mine. I've been massively indecisive so far, trying to be better at that. How's things going with Eddie now then? Can't make my mind up. Dana laughs sweetly, realizing what she's just said. Still indecisive then? Yep, just trying to get to know him. Clean slate, we'll see. I'm sensing a clean slate might be what you're after too. Didn't you say you came to the villa for a fresh start? I did, well remembered. I guess you know how Alfie feels about you. And it sounds like you feel the same way. I think you need to go speak to Alfie and Suresh. Why Suresh? You just said you weren't enjoying Suresh's flirting. So it sounds like you need to have a talk with him. I'm assuming you mean separately? Of course, unless you want to cause even more dramas. Maybe you're right. What do I keep telling you about that? Talk to them both separately to figure out who's being most real. And if you can see a future with either of them. And remember, it's not just about the fanny flutters. Is that an order from my love guru? You know it. Alright, so now we gotta have these conversations, apparently. You find Alfie relaxing, eyes closed on the daybeds. Are you asleep or just have your eyes closed? Alfie sits up and gives you a cheeky grin. Neither now. Can I grab you for a chat? Does that even need to be a question? You want to stay here or should we go somewhere away from prying eyes? That sounded weird. You want to stay here or should we go somewhere away from prying eyes and ears? Let's go somewhere more private. Let's go somewhere more private so we can properly talk. How about the living room? Perfect. You and Alfie sit opposite each other on the sofa. It suddenly feels very intimate. I've been looking forward to having some alone time with you, but I've been trying to play it cool. Alfie runs his hands through his hair, acting nonchalant, but behind his cheeky persona, you can see he's nervous. Was there something specific you wanted to chat about? To continue our previous chat. I just wanted to pick up from our chat earlier. Yeah, things were getting pretty real before Dana came over. Exactly, I thought maybe we should talk about that. I agree, I have a lot I want to get off my chest. Alfie shuffles up closer to you. I just want you to know I meant what I said earlier. This isn't a game for me. I don't know what you're doing, but you got me hook, line, and sinker. So, you would want us to be a proper thing? Hell yeah, I'm not messing around. I can see us making it work outside the villa. Bring you to meet the fam, and if you're lucky, you can meet Benji. He gives the best cuddles, although he will try and get on your lap. And if the fella weighs more than a small horse. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at bringing a bit of romance to my dates. Candle-lit dinners, long walks, I've been known to write a poem or two. Really? Nah, but I could give it a bash. Shakespeare ain't got nothing on me. Alfie shuffles, suddenly embarrassed. Look, I hope I'm not laying it on too thick. I just want you to know that I'm all in. For me, this is the real deal. Alfie moves closer to you, a sincere look in his eyes. I'ma kiss Alfie. Alfie kisses you back softly. Let's let it heat up, get a little spicy. Alfie moves away from your lips and starts kissing your neck. It's hot. He eases you back onto the sofa when Suresh walks into the room and freezes at the sight of you and Alfie getting hot and heavy. Whoa guys, really putting on a show there. You and Alfie pull apart and glare at Suresh. Sorry to interrupt guys. You're not sorry at all, are you? You got me there. Not sorry to interrupt. Alfie rolls his eyes at Suresh. Jasmine, I really need to speak to you about something. Right now? Yep, it's pretty big. Alfie gets up to leave. We can continue this later. We've all night. Seriously, why does everybody keep interrupting me when I'm with Alfie? You take a seat on a sun lounger as Suresh itches to tell you what he has to say. Do you want to sit down? First, I want to acknowledge that you might not be my biggest fan. I've been flirty with you when I should have been real. And, well, what I've got to say is a pretty big deal. Shall we go somewhere we can be alone? Let's just stay here. You can just say what you need to say. You can just say what you need to say here. I'm trying to open up to you. I'm not messing around. I can't be as real with everyone listening in. I really think we should have this chat in private. Here is fine. You can just say what you need to say here. You look up at Suresh, who shuffles on the spot, appearing unusually nervous. Go on then, what do you have to tell me? Wow, way to put a guy on the spot. Suresh fidgets, showing a flash of vulnerability. Okay, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. You do that. I only coupled up with Arlo because I thought that you wanted a chance to move on. I mean, you seem to get on with Alfie. I thought I'd step back and give you some space. Not gonna lie, I regret that now. No matter how hard I try to move on, something pulls me back to you. There's something about you that drives me wild. Do you feel similar, Jasmine? You're wrong. It's all in the past. You're wrong. All of that stuff is in the past. Can something like that just disappear? It hasn't for me. Well, it has for me. Look, I messed up, but I'm genuinely sorry for the way I've handled things. It might be the worst thing I've ever done. Suresh looks down at the ground, lost in thought for a moment. I just wish I could go back in time and get a chance for a do-over. I'd do anything to take back what I did, how I hurt you. You take a moment to process this. You know that bikini reminds me of the one you wore on that trip to Monte Carlo? You've been thinking about that? I haven't thought about much else all day. Especially about that late night stroll we took after those cocktails. Yeah, you nearly got us into some serious trouble. How was I supposed to know someone owned that boat? Suresh gives you a cheeky wink. Poor guy looked like he was gonna have a heart attack. Who can blame him, finding a smoking babe half naked on his boat? Sorry for another trip down memory lane. I know you said our flirty times are in the past now. It's just that night I've never been able to forget it. It was genuinely the best night of my life. And it's the happiest I've ever been. You lock eyes, it's suddenly very intense. Suresh holds your gaze the way he always did when he wanted to kiss you. Yo, imagine just going in for a full snog out the blue, like, that would be mad crazy. Tell Suresh to forget about that night. You should forget about that night, Suresh. I'm sorry. I've tried to forget about it. But that night we shared was unforgettable. Kat walks past and laughs. Been reminiscing on the good old days, have you? Looks like it got you both flustered. You snap around to see Kat standing with her hand on her hip, a weary smile on her lips. Don't mind me, I'll leave you two lovebirds to it. Kat struts off, casting you a devilish grin. Why are people making it seem like I did something wrong? I didn't do anything wrong, like... Oh dear, that couldn't have been worse timing if I'd had planned it. But Jasmine and Suresh have nothing to worry about. It wouldn't be like Kat to overshare about people's sex lives. Oh wait. Speaking of oversharing, I've got even less of a sex life than Steady Eddie. We're starting a celibacy club when he gets out. Anyway, enough about me. Find out how the actual drama unfolds in the next episode. Yeah, what happened to Eddie? Alright, so that was episode 23. Like I said, what happened to Eddie? We haven't seen Eddie at all. Like, We see a little bit of Dana. Of course, we got Suresh, Arlo. We see Kat and Finn here and there. But what happened to Eddie? Like, I don't know. But that episode was a lot of people pulling me for chats. And I don't know why Kat made it seem like, what, you're going to tell people about our sex life? We used to date. I mean, of course we have a history of sex life. I mean, I don't see what the big deal is. And he brought it up. I'm shutting him down every which way I can. You just came out of town when he just brought that shit up and we were just talking about it. It's really not that deep. Like, this is so annoying. And then they made a tweet talking about Casa Amor, and then they revealed the new cast members for Casa Amor, and I'm not feeling any of them at all. Not any of them. And why do we have such like a small group? I don't know, man. This season is, I don't know. So that was Love Island The Game 2, X in the Villa, episode 23. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. Join the fam. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Later.